2 wins so far this year. Gold Coast in round 16 and way back in round 2. Don't forget the Newcastle Knights won their opening 2 games. They've only won 6 games, but only 2 of those have come at home. One against the Tigers, one against the Gold Coast. You're right, it's all about this team, the Canberra Raiders. They need to stay in touch with the bottom end of the 8. Brisbane now sitting in 8th spot. They need to be on 26 points at the end of today's game. And they need to make up some points too. Broncos differential, I think it's about a 60-point difference at the moment, but the main thing is that they secure the 2 points first.
And for the Canberra Raiders, this is a venue they've won only 7 times, so 7 of 22. But overall, they've won 28 of 53. And obviously, favourites here, as we look at their lineup, Tarpany is back. I'd have to say the ribs would be needle. The rib cartilage injury, but what a season he's had. What a difference he makes to his side.
Yeah. Bossy, stats don't tell the complete story of a player's season, but when you have a look at Joe Tarpany, out of all the minutes, that includes the front rowers and the 13s, most metres, most offloads, and second only to Jason Taumalolo in terms of tackle bust. So Tarpany's been outstanding. Xavier Savage just had a contract extension to the end of 25. A very exciting player, and would hurt Newcastle today with his speed.
And over to the Newcastle Knights. Jaden Brayley takes them out now. They've had some dramas in warm-up. We'll hear the full story from Jack Duke, but there is no Tyson Brazil. A rib injury in warm-up. And that means that Tuaso Asue comes into the side. We highlight the 2 fullbacks. Tex Hoy needs to find a big running game today. No Caleb Bomber again for the Knights. But Brazil out, I mean, how many times do we see injuries in warm-up? You lose one of your most experienced forwards. And it means that a young fella, Oren Keeley, will make his NRL debut. In fact, the Knights have 2 playing their first game in first grade today now. This ends the final game of round 23, and then just 2 rounds to go to the finals. Knights and Raiders right here on the Sunday ticket on Fox Lady. And it is Jacob Saifidi with the first carry of the match. Now, Jacob just referred to in the front row. Clemmer is back today. He's the other front rower. And some young and white in defence. Now, Brayley Sue onto the ball. He's had very little football this year. In fact, he's averaged having 16 minutes in 5 games. Instead of a match. Brayley up to halfway for Newcastle. Where he is Sue to the side. Now for Saifidi.
I said no biscuit, Joe. Your biscuits down there. Very good.
It's straightforward first set. Forwards getting their hands on the ball for the Knights, and now the kick to come from Milford. Try and put a bit of pressure on that left wing. Jodrich with it for the Raiders. And Canberra had their first possession of the day.
Yeah, well, there's a couple of changes to the Knights side with Daniel Saifidi out also. And the only change for the Raiders is Tom Starling will start the game, and Zach Woolford back to the bench. Woolford started every game at Booker since round 10, so Starling gets his first start for quite some time.
Starting game, Jack Rotten has gone to WR, 3 plays in a row. Now Starling finally gets there. And now
did you invent those jerseys?
Because drama's pre-match for the Newcastle Knights, as if they needed any more this week, Jake.
Why are you watching football?
Huh? You know, said nothing. And I can't carry away. Stop looking at me funny. Harder. No, just after this game. Yeah, this is the last round of the round 23. I feel like I should watch it, you know. Thank you, Dad.
You watch this? Football's favourite round for the rest of the season.
What?
Of his story throughout the day.
Mate, you can watch this in your room.
You said you said it'll be Ben for Adrian for the rest of the season. And there's only 2 weeks left.
And then you've got the semi-finals and the grand finals.
Elliott coming at him, Milford rushes the kick.
Yeah, and then I got the World Cup to watch.
What?
And then the World Cup.
John.
So that's another season there. So that's another season.
It was +5. He had to get rid of it. Couldn't go over the ball. They ended up getting it back to Anthony Milford and put a kick in.
Willing enough start for the two sides. Here's the match winner from earlier this year, Hudson Young, scoring in the final minute. It was a seesawing battle when they played earlier this year. Now Papali'i with the ball. Round 15, it was 2018. Knights trailed 14-0 and then led 18-14. Before the Raiders got that last try, Starling on a little scurry there. Tarpany, Whiten, ready to take it right over the line. Kick and chase. High gets a big bounce.
Huh?
And that means he can
What?
do a little more than take it dead. Boy, didn't that prop up there off the boot of Jack Whiten.
Yeah, he played that well, Jack White, because he had metres there and he took them. Didn't kick too early.
No, Dad.
Right to the line and on top of Milford
Oh, yeah.
before he waited to kick perfectly.
Whiten into the game. Main 10, he's got the main man. For the Raiders, Hoy watches the clock. And then goes long. So Raiders at their disposal, a potential for a set inside the Knights hut.
Well, I finished your biscuit. You still have that biscuit.
Close on play one. Ricky Stewart's team would go down. The Knights in turn double whammy penalty Newcastle.
Yeah, it's a big part of their game, the offloads from both front rows. We spoke about Tarpany and how he leads all middles for offloads, but Papali'i not far behind him.
Dad,
Got that arm free, just couldn't push it out hard enough backwards.
when's the bit of the season? Does that mean not next week as well?
Is that off there?
I will be watching the footy next week. Huh? You'll forget that.
How quickly it changes. Jones takes the run through, saying Raiders full set inside Canberra's half. Now it's the Knights full set inside the Raiders 30. Saifidi on the charge. And he's pushed it offload. Braley, Milford, Boyd, Dummy and run, but Whiten was on his back. 11 metres from the line. Braley, Milford, with a show, across field, Boyd did well, up at the line, the out for Lee, all the way to the corner. Everyone has played their part in that try. I know it's not quite Alex Johnston areas, but he's the king of McDonald Jones Stadium when it comes to tries, Edric Lee.
You don't underestimate a club that's under pressure. I know everyone would be thinking that the Raiders should win this one, but the Newcastle Knights at home, and as you said, they've got a lot to repay their fans who just keep turning up. Papali'i, nice ball out there to Edric Lee, and of course they're there, those two players, because the Knights had to stand down Bradman Best and Anari Tuala. But he's a good finisher, Edric Lee, State of Origin player. Been busted with injuries over the last few years.
As I said, not quite Johnston areas at Gore Stadium, but it is 22 tries in 21 games at this venue. And you can only wonder with all the football he missed with a foot injury, he could be up around the 30 or 40 mark.
Well, nice run play too. Both halves combining to get it out to Edric Lee. And I know in a season where they've only had 6 wins, you look at some stats and they're horrible, but 57 tries. That's it for the Knights this year. 57 tries. That's equal last with the Tigers. There's been periods through games at home where they could have been there for a week and not scored a try. But they scored the first of this afternoon, and that should shake the Raiders up.
Melbourne started it a long way right, doesn't bring it back enough. A 4-0 scoreline through 6.5 minutes. Jake on the sideline.
Yeah, Edric Lee, he returns from that foot injury that continues to give him problems throughout his career. That is his 12th try of the season, which equals career highs in 2015 and 2018. And a great ball from Christian Papali'i, who is on debut. Being told he's got over 150 family and friends here in the crowd today to watch him make his debut. He played SG ball for Manly last season and was poached by the Knights and brought straight into their top 30. And they've got a lot of hope for him here in the Hunter.
Yeah, a product of great rugby league college, Holy Cross College and Bride. What a history they have, Benny, Ciro, many players, Mitchell Moses, Brooks, plenty have come through there. The Tim White's back there, and rates
Papa Money.
I'll be back.
Said that he's ever coached. He's coached outside of the school as well. So big raps. Out Jones with the ball. Jones for once on the front foot. Milford following up on points. Has kicked before the foot. The sideline official. Well, Canberra had it out on the full. And the sideline official has it 40-20. We're at both ends of the spectrum here.
Well, I'll have to have a look at it. I thought it might have touched the line. Looked like it came off the side of his boot. Oh, it's going to land in.
Oh, well, they're too quick on the resumption anyway. Play continues for the Knights. 2 to play it. They're looking for back-to-back tries, the Knights. Milford now. Triple cup. And hangs on the ball. Milford was the man on his outside. They slow the play in the ball down. Hudson Young had his leg entangled there. Now the crash play with Saifidi. This will bring the crowd into the game early with a second try. Brayley for Clune. That was high on the spin. And they're able to hang on to the tackle. But still pressure. Shots up play. Brayley for Jones. Jones can't offload. Fogarty came over the top. Dimacol was there as well. Clune this time. Last tackle. Kick is there. What a take brilliance. Above his head. He's heading for the in-goal. But that is some effort there. Bodies crashing over the top. And the Raiders out of trouble.
Yeah, that's a great save there from Jack White. As you said, Bossy, arms outstretched over the head to pull that one in. Almost got over his fingertips. And they had to save it right there. That the crowd would have been right in the game there.
And how good White and play later is the man taking the next run and making 10-12 metres. He is gold into this game, Jack White.
That's a good set off their line.
Now Starling, now down into the kicking capacity, so he's played a big role in this set. It's down, oh, Young's had a shot right the back, and the Raiders don't come up with the ball. Dominic Young, it's gone straight through the breadbasket.
Now, I think it'll be a 20-metre take too.
Got ready.
Look, he knocked it back, and then it got, Dominic Young got his hand with the ball. I think Dominic Young was the last to touch it.
Down the shoot, ball, like straight down. He can't believe it. It went on a straight line into the line down. Straight down the body. Line drop out. Campbell with the ball at 4-0. Entertaining start to the match. I don't think he'll be offloading here. Rayleigh there with Saifidi. Starting. Time. The recap particularly a couple of weeks ago this last week. Playing the ball there for Starling. With the shots around the legs. Clued over the top. Starling down. Fogarty. Whiten. Offloading early for Chris.
Yes, yes.
He stood up and they're posted.
Is it cooked already?
Origin centre.
Is it cooked already?
Canberra had their first.
Yeah, Jack White played a huge part in that try. To get them out of trouble at the other end of the field, the kick produced a result. The line drop out and throws the pass out to Seb Chris just to give him enough room to put a bit of footwork on Dane Gagai. And they've had good seasons, Sebastian Chris and Matt Timokor. They've been very good for the Raiders on the edges, and Seb Chris just burns Dane Gagai to grab his 11th try of the season.
Yeah, that's one to put in the highlights reel for Sebastian Chris. Now 11 tries for the season. Stand up and beat Dane Gagai. He'll feel mighty proud of that.
He didn't go too deep into the line, Jack White. Threw the ball out nice and wide, meant that he was one-on-one with Dane Gagai, and it gave him enough room to put that move on. Sometimes the halves can go too deep and squeeze the room the outside men have. Disappointing, Dane Gagai.
22 career tries for Sebastian Chris.
in his 40th match. Over to Jamal Fogarty, who's still for his first try as a Raider. And his first kick of the day is wide as well. We have a 4-all scoreline, 12 and a bit gone. Jake on the sideline.
And a tight contest here, guys, and Sebastian Chris, his 11th try, as you mentioned, Bossy for the season, and he's the Raiders' leading try scorer this season, and that's the most tries he's ever scored in a season. He's having a terrific year, one of the best of his career so far. And people forget this is a guy that debuted back in 2019, decided to have a mental health break in 2020 and drove a courier truck around, but has come back to first grade, come back to the Raiders, and is playing like with all the promise that he has shown in his junior years. A real star of the future, Sebastian Chris.
So 4-all scoreline. Sunday Rugby League right here on Fox League. Sunday Rugby Benny Johns to follow this one.
I can't enjoy my birthday today. That's one of the reasons I wanted to watch 2 games out here.
What?
That's the reason I wanted to watch 2 games, because of my birthday. Yeah. Oh, thank you.
Just tired.
That's quite good.
With a victory.
So by the time the bag stuff's cooked, it should be alright. Yeah.
We can't do?
Right?
Thank you, this is quite good. This, yeah, this is quite good and chewy.
It's not chewy.
Oh, it's a little bit chewy, but that's good though.
It'll be fine, I hope,
Yeah.
when you get to.
It's going to be enough next year. Starting in Canberra. No surprise. Another bomb. This time it's Hoy underneath it. They want to run.
Oh, Hoy gets through the front line. Hoy's on the run. And with speed. Ruffiner. Right sitting on halfway.
No, but I'm nothing either.
Just split the chase, and over there it was a line, but 2 Raiders just failed to make any sort of effort to stop him.
Two followed up in 2 plays there. Just outside the Raiders 30. Boy's got another run. Heart rate would be up. Bradley, Milford. Then on for Gagai. He gets his turn on Chris. Yeah, they're right up to the task. There, now Young. The best of balls there to Milford. There's a couple of lines here. They're going to run it. Clean and avoid again. But lucky with the ball. Tries to stand up to Mickle. Couple of young centres hit there. Now Lee. Clue. Bob on the last tackle. Well, it's a little lower than that. Young's there. And they've got a penalty, in fact, for the grab in mid-air against Dominic Young. He's saying, sir, I was trying to catch the ball.
Up against Kotrick, gets over the top, through the arms of Nick Kotrick. There's not much you can do in that situation when you're leaping for the ball. Very hard to pull your hands away automatically. Once you miss the ball, your hands have to come away. It's impossible. Just can't happen.
Absolutely. Now, referees aren't silly. I would back their judgment every single time to determine, is it a dangerous tackle? And they're both going for the ball there.
He just didn't catch the ball.
That's right. That's right.
But it was a tough one to catch because it had already made a touch with Nick Kotrick. He went up to catch the ball, not to make a tackle on the man.
Well, the mid-air tackle was brought in actually for the attacking the legs, and somehow that's particular that you have any contact with the player in mid-air. And targeting is with the ball. That's what I think the rules. Jotrich limiting back in the play. As Elliott goes on the run. So 4 through 15 and a half minutes. Game in Canberra have to win. Then to one of it, not drive forward from the opening ball there. The Black Raiders locked in for 3 wins for last transactions of the season. And then, that gets them now off, I believe. I know that's offload or lost ball.
I think it was just a lost ball loss. There's no reason to get shot. They're offloading out the first one. That one was just...
Only had one last Saturday. It's just
Good matches against Manly and the Tigers in the last 2 rounds. 2 sides touched up yesterday and 2 the second. Young will do it. He's offloaded as well. Milford.
Yeah.
The closing. Trying to find a way down the centre. Starling's all over his there. Braley. Great question, Newcastle, a more efficient side with Brayley is their dummy half. Without injuries, in recent times. Here he is. And then Hoy shut down. I thought they wanted offside. It was a high, but they're going to get nothing there. Stanley Knight.
Thanks, Dad.
Milford and King trying to find space. Fogarty with the ball. So Fogarty on him. There's a couple of good efforts on the line. One from White and one from Fogarty now. Campbell and a kick save roll.
I'm about to put this here. Oh, no. Dad, just be careful my drinks there.
Some long-term injuries that have given Tim O'Connor and Sebastian Chris some time on the field.
Wait, Dad, I forgot the how long. I forgot how long has it been since you drank that? How long has it been since you drink alcohol?
Year and a half.
Almost 2 years then. Well, was it 2020 the last time you had a drink? Was it 2020 the last time you had a drink?
Just seeing just a little timid.
Maybe a big part of his game is moving and spinning away from defenders. Plus, maybe the rib injury is causing him enough discomfort to take that out of his game.
Knight's back with it outside their 20, and here is Edric Lee of the Charlotte bench. By the way, Sunday night with Matty Johnson, Corey Ups and June Miles, special guests. As a crowd use the call there for referee Atkins. It's inside the 40, so it's a penalty and kick for touch. Sue's got some blood under the left eye. Newcastle opportunity. Very good touch player, played for Australia in touch football and also very good basketball back in his days at Holland Cross College as well. Swimmer, Hoffley, Brayley, Milford, Jink, and then a step. He's beaten 2 or 3, he's beaten 4. He's spinning around, he's Tipsy watching it. Oh, he'll end up with a headache getting tackled like that at the end. That's a little unkind really after such a run. Brayley, and it's crossed on the sides. Delivery there, Saifidi, good tackle, Babalini. Replay the ball, Brayley there. From Milford, nice hands, Hoy, Gagai, Young for the corner. Dominic Young scores. First try, Knights was sharp work to the left. This time, it's equally good to the right.
Yeah, great hands there from the Newcastle Knights to strip the Raiders' defence. Dom Young just shot for the corner now. Just watch the hands, bit of confusion. Milford, Draper had gone through, but he got through the line. With a couple of nice passes out to the big wing and he scored the try. Milford, beautiful hands as Dane Gagai, as Kotrick arrived. Not much chance for Hudson Young in that situation there.
Say, it's going to be a big in the season for Dominic Young, Jamaica, at the World Rugby League Cup. I think he's going to find himself going to go back to England.
The dude won the lottery in 1999. A man reacted his lottery win for TV. He walked into the news agency, bought a scratchy ticket, and won 250 grand.
Oh, that'd be fucking right. Bloody
He's had a
hell.
really good year, and certainly one that's worth investigating. He's improving all the time.
Horrible short down that side. Dane Gagai was in a long way to make
That
a
wouldn't be
play.
like I would have.
Nick Kotrick a long way to make a play on Dane Gagai. A lot of space for Dominic Young.
World Cup. If you're not aware, we'll have all 61 matches. Men's, women's, wheelchair rugby league at the World Cup. It starts 2 weeks after the NRL Grand Final. And we'll end up at Old Trafford for the final. If you're a brings a kick, which again is wide. So the kick is a 9 from 3. 8-4 scoreline. Jake.
Dom Young has been a real shining light for the Newcastle Knights this season, and what's been a bleak year. That is his 6th try in his past 7 games. He's been a real good defender, a good cover defender for them. He's had 68 tackle busts, strong ball runner as
The
well.
World Cup starts 2 weeks after the Grand Final, so I'll be out here watching that.
We saw him dancing. We
Go
saw
New
him
Zealand
with some quick
and go Australia.
ball out towards Dom
Okay.
Young, and then a 40-20 early. So Milford having a big effect on this game, and the Knights go back in front.
You're live later at the moment, just to highlight it. This is the Raiders if they were to lose. I know the Roosters got a couple of tough games. Against not the friend of the Raiders. There's the live ladder. Right at the moment, and they test differential -35. So an expectation of, I think, for their fans to win today and win well. And I'm talking of the margin of other sides this round, where it's been a 20, 30 or more point winning style for the teams in this competition are in the finals race. Probably players there. Now Gray on to Crossland. Not exactly a straight line presented by Canberra there. That's the play. Movement. They've dominated the kicking. Savage is with it.
Oh, I've got nothing.
Well, we've seen plenty of sides over the weekend that aren't a chance to make the finals, just fold terrible. But I think 20 minutes into this game, the Knights don't look like they're going to do that. So Canberra's job now is to get 2 points. Forget about how many buys. Yeah, let's just win. Yeah.
Knights have started the match 11 from 11. Their completion was that's fine. But that's definitely stuff that from Matt Kelly. That's a horror show. He ended up under a bit of pressure, but hospital ball concluded, but no advantage for the Knights there. But if ever you're going to see a deliberately thrown forward pass, it's Elliott's here.
7 from 11 Newcastle, 6 from 9, another error for the Raiders.
Oh, shit. How bad is that? How bad? Why did you let it go? The bloke's in front of you. What's going on there? Billy Balls has thrown that pass, I'll tell you.
Oh.
Winning in action tonight. So, Canberra with Amre Gula ready to come on. Holding it right at the back of the scrum. Elongated hole with Referee Atkins. We'll go on till the next, till the 20th minute, I suppose. That progress. And onto the field comes the Sami Solo. It's rough and ready for the game with a hit ball.
This was not stingy.
Boy for Jones. Fogarty had him low down. Brady, on the 20. Milford's got them set. High across. Really committed the defender there.
Stop hitting your tails.
Now Gagai, Milford, Clue, Clay.
Hey!
Shut
up!
Pass tackle play. It's Milford this time. He passes to Gagai. What's the option? He tried to nutmeg. Starling was unsuccessful. Canberra come away with the ball.
No, it's all you. So don't be quiet.
No, it's not the end of the world if you die with the ball around the 10 metre. But Anthony Milford must have known it was the last play. He turned Gagai back inside and virtually says, yeah, who the king's up as you do.
You don't expect turning inside a pass play, do you?
Not to a centre who hasn't got a kicking game.
Now Whiten. Targeted with it. Cops one back too. That's going to test him out. And Crossland finishes off the tackle. Starling now. Gula. Fogarty. And Xavier Savage has put it down.
Good pressure there from Mapapalani. He realised that Savage was the danger man and the intended ball receiver and went at him hard. Forced the error. Gets a pat on the back from his teammates. Went quick. And that forced the error.
Certainly replay highlighted there on Fox League how quickly he reacted. There he is. Great mention some junior reps at Manly, also some junior reps at South Sydney before that. And I'll tell you part of his backstory. Fractured neck as a younger fella, thought that would be it. He's had a bad knee injury as well. He's then had to endure COVID. The competition suspended in the lower grades. It's all been worthwhile today in the first grade in Newcastle. Nathan Jones, that told us 150 a family of friends here to follow the journey. Presley, Milford, Kaggai. He gets a chance to try and double that press. He's done that. He's got Young in support. Young's got a double. And if you want an update on the centre panel, it's Chris 1, Kaggai 1.
Yeah, great play there from Dane Gagai. He set Chris 1 and got on his outside, very similar to how he was beating himself. Great footwork, enough speed to get down that right touch line and put Dominic Young away. Just a little stop-start, too good for Sebastian Chris. And an easy one for Dom Young, and all of a sudden it's 12-4 boss. Forget the points and what they're going to win by. They're up against it. They've got a side that obviously after
timer.
see a little skip start from Gagai was enough to get
It
around.
only goes for an hour. You can only get it for like an hour.
Position Dom Young beautifully, but the heat that would have been put on this team completely after the week they've had. They do own their fans and they're standing up.
Yes, and as we know, Canberra, well, scoring points in the first half hasn't been a problem for them. Scoring in the second half, in fact, they've got the second worst record in the NRL for points scored. So, if there's any sort of big margin on the board, Newcastle's going to feel pretty good about themselves here. Dom Young has a double. Flashing into the corner. 3 tries, it'd be nice to convert one of them.
Yeah, I think they need to slot a goal, don't they, to really show the dominance that they've had.
Oh, it's out to the right. Boy, 0 and 3. Anthony Milford just on the sideline.
What a battle it is between these two sets as Dane Gagai and Sebastian Chris. Gagai gets up there with his 4th try assist of the season, and you can imagine what a tough year it's been for Dane Gagai. He's come back to the club. He's their most experienced player this year, and this is his 7th season in total playing for the Knights. He's only made the finals once out of those 7 seasons. He's had some tough years here at Newcastle. Another tough year this season. We'll be hoping to try and lead this Newcastle Knights side to the back end of this season with a few wins and then build for next year as well.
Well, Anthony Milford, he's had, I think, the 10 shots to goal this year. The ball back to the line of place to Clemmer. 5 of those, they've been from the sideline. He blended down to 2. Now he's had 8 from the sideline. And it's still 2. He's had 2 from 8. Now he ended up close to landing on his head. Horsburgh's in the tackle. Now there's push and shove. Horsburgh leaves the scene of the crime. He'll pop his medicine there, and a penalty is all to be.
Well, it was good contact from Horsburgh. Drove and then just got himself in an awkward position.
See, he's tackled, but indeed is the example of player looking for the ground. So I mean, I can't give you a physics lesson, but that changes the weight. That changes the centre of the weight balance. And Young is quite clearly on that replay looking for the ground. And Horsburgh's continuing his work. So I have defence for him. It's vastly different. I'm sorry to bring up the Nathan Cleary tackle. It's vastly different from that. And penalty is the call. He's back in the way. That's nice. It's just look at the mirror and look at his face. Absolutely no emotion. Now, Gagai on the ball. 12 points to 4 is the scoreline. 12 minutes away from the break. And the Knights, dare I say, folks, 15 from 15. In the completion rate, they've dominated field position. For all of that, the good thing that is a little under where they think they should be. Saw those head beatings didn't last long, did it? It's up on sale on eBay now. After the one run, he's clever. Waiting for Gilbert. And look at that, they were waiting for him there. Hudson going, shot Corey in half. This is Milford. There's Clune, and halfback meets halfback. Fogarty throwing Clune to the ground. Last tackle, Newcastle with Milford. They will hope for a result from the bomb, and they do not get a result. Lee ran through without actually, I don't think he knew where the ball was, right? But has ended up with it.
Well, he flicked out a hand. I'm just wondering whether that was the hand that came in contact there with Jordan Ruffner, who's down on a poke in the eye.
Yeah. He's going to sting him, Jordan Ruffner. And the birthday present he wanted. It's a week where he's turned 33. Jordan Ruffner. Here's Horsburgh on the run. Now Starling. Gula, nice offload. Back to Starling. Can't do save as he's tackled by Croker. Elliott. Fogarty. Kicking from halfway. And Hoy retreating. Nice catch. Carson Coulter, had a good game. Tex Hoy. Off he goes again. By the way, we were speaking birthdays. We should go down to the sideline. Jake Duke, happy birthday on behalf of the entire Fox League commentary team. I hope you enjoy your present.
Where else would you rather be, guys? 29, that was it, fine.
We got you a voucher to Henry Penny up in Newcastle. Chicken and chips. Well, I thought that's in keeping with where you're calling the game from. Here in Newcastle. Now the ball with Solo. Point at the moment, despite the scoreline, they're just going set for set here. Now Savage to run it back. You don't want to look away when Savage has the ball, not with his speed. Now, this carry. And the leaders there running backwards, and he did facing the Knights goal line. Trotridge is coming off the wing. Here's a tackle buster.
That's a good run.
He has gone a long way. Now 35 metres away from the Knights line. Then going up the middle with Elliott. Right, he was waiting for him. That's only the fourth tackle. Starling, Fogarty off that platform. They can spread. Oh, that's a tackle from Jones. Great stuff on Gula. Last play. Fogarty's looking for Savage. It took a change of direction. Is he going to claim it? I don't think so. No, he's ruined that. Couldn't get there. Not cleanly.
Yeah, did Tex Hoy get his hand to it? I'm thinking he must have. Otherwise, Savage did get there first, but he doesn't look excited at all. Just make sure he's on side.
Yep. Okay, all players are on side from the kick.
Comes off Sorlo.
Ball is played up by
Tex Hoy.
Newcastle, restarting the tackle count.
Here we go. Fullback on fullback.
Hoy grabs the ball.
And the ball is grounded by Newcastle in their own in goal.
Mind you, that's in slow motion. It's a close game because if Xavier Savage has his hand on the ball over the top, simultaneously he gets the try. He's very close. Very close. Although having a good afternoon. You'd say arguably Newcastle's best thus far. Tex Hoy. Canberra from the line drop out.
Did you smell it there?
He's waiting for him again.
Do you smell that fart?
Horsburgh will try to score in this first half. Last two have gone the home side's way. Starling, Fogarty comes back infield. Inside the Knights 20 on a repeat set. If the stats ring true from the season, Knights you can see. Here's Whiten, floats it flat, Trotridge with the ball. Gagai waiting for him. Back to Chris. Right in the corner. 4 tackles down for the Green Machine. The Hudson Young. Clemmer, Croker and Brayley waiting for him. White is left to the right, Fogarty is right. Starling's going to go Fogarty's way. Through Elliott. Fogarty now. There's Savage. Timoko to Rapana. And John Rapana finishes off the move. It hasn't exactly been a vintage year in terms of tries, but his third one for the year is a vital one today for Canberra.
Before they scored this try, they were being completely outplayed by Newcastle. Newcastle for 35 minutes have been the much better team. 5 line breaks to 1. They completed 17 from 17, where the Raiders had only been able to get through 8 sets. You think that was a forward pass?
Well, the Knights fans do. Those in the John stand think the last pass. Not happy with it.
Well, the line was there. The touch judge was standing right opposite, so he was in a better position than most to make the call on it. And rather than scoring that try, if they can kick the goal, and we've still got 6 minutes left in the first half, but if it's 12-10 at the break, the Knights have been a much better team than only leading by 2 points. Newcastle have been able to put together some footy so far. They've been very good on their own line. Apart from this one, this moment, their attacks look sharp, but they haven't converted it into points.
Certainly a day for tries scored out wide.
Still struggling with that poke in the eye. Rapana.
So he has a try now. How many in a row could we miss? Fogarty. Get this here. That's our Masri spot where he's kicking from. The McDonald Jones Stadium. There's the kick, misses. Oh boy, he's got it in the corner post. He's got it in the corner post, Fogarty. Kickers are none from 5. 12-8 scoreline. Jake on the side.
And the wind I was talking about before is not that strong, guys, so I don't know what's causing the kickers to have such an off night. But Jordan Rapana, speaking about his try-scoring feats this year, Bossy, he actually broke a 12-game try-scoring drought last week. That was the longest try-scoring drought of his career, and then he gets 2 in 2 weeks, an important one for the Raiders as half-time approaches, and it comes in the Knights out wide. That's where they've conceded so many tries this year, so Adam O'Brien won't be pleased with that after they've started this game so well.
And again, based on the stats, a repeat set, get it on Newcastle. Resilience not their strongest asset, is it? In 2022, they weren't able to defend again. Now Whitehead with it for Canberra. Knights still completing 17 of 17, Raiders 9 of 13. I think most would agree final pass was forward for the try. Not by a long way, but one that's got through. Down the ball, Horsburgh. And away through one tackle. Really good for them now. Horsburgh trying to strip it off. Horsburgh not going to happen. No chance. Right on halfway. That's a win. Got Brayley there as first man in. He's headed for a big tackle afternoon. David Brayley as Fogarty bombs from outside the 40. Hoyt there again. Oh, we're going to escort penalty. Hoyt was taking off upfield. But not the escort, it's the reverse. It's the player pushed out of the way and the Knights get the penalty.
Well, he should have let play go on.
Well, that's true. That's a good call.
Allowed Hoyt was through. So Jack's pushed Milford, and then that's opened up the space for Tex Hoyt. Let him go and see what happens at the back end of that.
That's a very good point, Brandy. And he's pulled up, and Hoyt was headed downfield. I reckon he's going to make at least 20 or 30. Now, welcome. Right on halfway for the Knights. So for all their hard work, they only lead by 4. Here's Clemmer. Down there by Whitehead. Starling is looking up. Slid right up to the line. Jones tackle. Now for Brayley. He takes off. Links up with Clemmer. With a problem for the Knights. Crossland out there. Boyd with the ball now. Elliott, Young, Whitehead all there in defence. They've left something here for Knights. At the very least, a repeat set. Milford the bomb from 15 minutes out. Big Emmerich leads, one the lead. Emmerich! But he's long everywhere, legs and arms. Head stretches out the score. Look at the face on Emmerich.
He's got another one. The two winners have doubles in the first half. The sideline conversion coming up again.
Well, they've got a couple of great targets, haven't they, on both edges. And Anthony Milford gets it on the spot. Edric, too tall for Rapana and outstretched. He was still a long way short of the try line. Can we get that right arm out and slam it down? And I think this is a fairer indication of just who's been dominant this half. 4 tries now for Newcastle Knights. It didn't take them long to hit back, did it?
It must have made a run with that far, Edric Lee.
Well, look how tall he is. Look at Clune. Clune's up to his waist.
He's here.
He's 6'8", Edric.
What a stretch. Stretched a few things, I reckon, that. And now, well, what's the bit? The kick from the sideline. We're sitting at 0 and 5 for the day, the two kickers. Another one now. This is the 6th conversion attempt of the afternoon, all from...
This is his better side. This is his better side. Right foot kicker.
Okay.
He'll kick this one.
He's 2 from 6 from the left this season. Anthony Milford. That is the longest run of uses between two kickers on a, Jake said, basically a duelist day. Here he goes. Brady's coming in. Milford! Oh, he's hit the post. Well, he's getting closer. He's getting closer. The kickers are none from 6. Jake on the sideline. A pinpoint kick for Anthony Milford for the try, but he couldn't get the conversion. For Edric Lee, that's his 13th try of the season, now officially his best try-scoring season of his career. Of course, 5 tries in one night a couple of rounds ago against the Gold Coast Titans here at McDonald Jones Stadium really helped that, but he's going to be a big loss for this Newcastle Knights side. He's off to the Dolphins next year. What a pickup he will be for them.
That's a good strike rate. 13 from 13. 13 games, 13 tries now for Edric Lee.
Headed to the try game here at McDonald Jones Stadium. 16-8. And 90 seconds to go in the first half. Yes, they've had some bigger name signed, and I think I've got the feeling the likes of Lee and Tom Gilbert from the Cowboys might think they've become one of the best ones. Timmy Bronick certainly a good signing as well. And Brady, that's all to come next year. Saw on the run there. Ricky Stewart, he's going to have to come up with something at the half-time address. Clemmer, offload, look out. Milford, can't clean up. Oh, he's going to say knock on camera, is he? There you go. Getting a little challenge that. We'll keep that to later in the game. He's back on deck, of course. From the suspension.
Come on, let's go.
Yeah.
Let's get on with it.
Heads in, heads down, heads up, heads in. That's only on the run there for the Knights. 30 seconds on the clock. Let's see if they've got a quick shot. Saul on the run. Their fans would like to see them try something daring here. Now Rodney, Milford, Boyd, straight over his Croker. Sapon outside, Sapon inside. Brady's on his way. Ducks under a couple. Ducks out the Hills hoist. That's Brady to score for the Knights. 5 tries and finally one scored beside the post.
Oh, what a finish. 40 seconds to go when the scrum was packed. There's the siren. Jaden Brayley scores the 5th Newcastle try in this first half. And he will kick this one. Anthony Milford takes Hoy, picks up Matt Croker going through a huge hole there. Brayley back on the inside, didn't have the speed to get there, ducked under a couple. What a finish in the first half. The space
What are you doing, Babel?
Croker, untouched.
What you doing, Sophie?
They were all slow to react on the outside. Bradley wasn't back down the middle. And Matt Croker, the excitement on the Newcastle players.
Unbelievable. They've averaged 14 points a game this year.
Boy, they're fast.
They've put 5 tries on the first half.
Well, they're 20 from 20. So they've given up a couple of tries, but they've completed 20 from 26. It's almost the perfect half of football. Wingers have scored 4 tries, and Brayley scores one at the break.
My goodness, Milburn, and he's got one. You were there to see it on Foxley. He's kicked 1 from 5. The Knights lead by 14. A boiler is there to be had maybe in the second half. At the break, it's the Knights 22, the Raiders 8.
Their shot first 40 minutes there, the Canberra Raiders struck the Newcastle, their best 46 round 2. Can the Raiders come back in the second half? We'll find out after the break. Don't forget, 7:30 p.m. Monday. Townsend in control following NRL 360.
And it's pretty funny how I'm watching the footy.
In Sydney, and now you're in Townsville.
You wouldn't.
Changed my life.
Yeah, it's been great.
I bet. It didn't.
Don't make it you go.
It wouldn't then.
Before you got in the Cowboys circle, do you
Seriously,
remember?
I'll turn the fucking
One of the Cowboys, one Chad Townsend, there was all that noise.
Yeah, I do. I do remember it loud and clearly. You know, I know who said what, not only about me, but about our team.
You changed your training regime, what you ate when you came here, right? Because it's a different environment.
Definitely. Well, that was the biggest thing that I've heard. You know, I've heard that, you know, guys that moved up here from the southern states hadn't adjusted to the heat well. And
Rugby league, what does it mean to you, to your core?
yeah, there's... I can't believe I'm getting a little bit emotional.
Quarter Pounder Deluxe. And a Macca's glass. Free. With any medium or large quarter pounder range meal. Aussies need to keep going their own way. They can't afford not to. They're saving lives on our beaches, inspiring the next generation, and nurturing and protecting the ones we love the most. That's why at Isuzu Ute, we offer a 6-year warranty, up to 7 years roadside assist, and up to 7 years cap price servicing.
Be captivated by our brightest self-lit OLED. Light up your world. LG OLED Evo.
Pre-order the new Samsung Galaxy Z series from Telstra and get more than you think for less than you expect. Enjoy up to $849 of bonus value, including a storage upgrade and a new Samsung Galaxy Watch 5.
Life's too short for sensitivity. Get lasting sensitivity relief with Sensodyne Repair and Protect Deep Repair Toothpaste from Chemist Warehouse. It goes deep inside the tooth surface to repair sensitive teeth by forming a protective layer over the sensitive areas to provide ongoing relief from sensitivity pain. Sensodyne Repair and Protect Deep Repair Toothpaste are 2 for $20 at Chemist Warehouse. Get back to enjoying life's special moments with Sensodyne. Live, look, feel well at Chemist Warehouse.
Chemist Warehouse.
With 3.5-ton towing capacity and trailer sway control, the Isuzu D-Max is born to tow. Quarter Pounder Deluxe. And a Macca's glass. Free. With any medium or large quarter pounder range meal.
Jerome picked up a bargain blender and juiced more than he expected. And Julio bought cheap car insurance with cheap accident repair. When it comes to the important stuff, don't risk bargain regret. Go here instead. Next time join the A-team, hey Julio. Worried about cheap insurance? Who offers great value cover you won't regret? Katie does.
Bianca.
Let hard work define you. But reward yourself when the job is done.
Choose VB Connect, the ale cooling range made with beer.
Why? I've earned it. To endure winter, the group huddles together. They work together. Move together. Never alone. Always as one.
Welcome back, Cooper. Take us through the Harvey Norman half-time.
Where's this footy been from the Newcastle Knights? Arguably the best 40 minutes in a long, long time. As you police scored the first 6 minutes, and they're 20 from 20, 100% completions, and they're attacking football is some of the best they've played in a long time. As said Chris here, this was a beautiful move on their guy. They've had limited opportunities, the Raiders, 4 penalties, 5 errors. That means Newcastle Knights have got all the better attacking opportunities. Great. Milford, Texoy, and Dominic Young scored a double along with Edric Lee. That's 4 tries to their wingers, man. Dominic Young back to back.
Yeah, he's played some really nice runs. Just about out on this side of the field for Newcastle with Dane Gagai. I said Chris has been an absolute ripper. That was Dom Young second. Edric Lee scored 2 over on the far side of the field on the left-hand side. Dominic Young 2 on the right-hand side. The Raiders hit back here. Question marks over the pass. Thought it went forward there for Tim McCord-Ruffino, but nonetheless, the Raiders were right back in it at 12-8 there. And to finish the second half, Anthony Milford took control. Some really nice ball movement to kick across field there at Edric Lee. Had a wonderful half, and then right on half-time, again, it was off the back of another error from the Raiders. It's Texoy. I think Texoy's had some really nice touches in that opening half. Kroger's been a find for Newcastle, and Jaden Brayley. Jaden Brayley's been under a lot of pressure. With a lot of talk around the Newcastle side in terms of their leadership and their lack of leadership. I think you can't put Jaden Brayley in that category. He's a young man who's developing as a great leader, and whilst he's had significant injuries, the professionalism that he's shown and what he delivers every week for Newcastle, that was a great win.
Lee could be even more. Milford won with 5 or 6 versions. Yeah, they could be even further in Newcastle.
They've got to fix up their edge. They've got to make the finals. They have to win this game. It's been disappointing that first 40 minutes. Where is their biggest improvement going to come from?
Unfortunately, I mean, Josh Hartley's had one season for the Raiders up front, but a couple of errors early. They were just forcing their hand. They were looking for cheap options, cheap ways through the Newcastle side, who are ambushed, but I think they need to go back to that power game with Carpenter, Harpeliti through the middle, Starling out of Newcastle making that wide right footy, but they've got to fix their edge.
Still disciplined, too many errors, but I'm with me. Just go power game through the middle, offload, see if they can get it up and up.
Dad, can you come my head? Teach you come my head on. Huh? Dad, can you teach me my head so I can learn to come on? As a kid, teach me how to cut my hair because I don't know how to cut my hair.
No, if I cut your hair, you cut your own hair. It can be bald like me.
Huh?
See, their fleece looking mighty good.
Hey, Bella. Hey, my baby.
Life's too short for sensitivity. Get lasting sensitivity relief with Sensodyne Repair and Protect Deep Repair Toothpaste from Chemist Warehouse. It goes deep inside the tooth surface to repair sensitive teeth by forming a protective layer over the sensitive areas to provide relief from sensitivity pain. Sensodyne Repair and Protect Deep Repair Toothpaste are 2 for $20 at Chemist Warehouse. Get back to enjoying life's special moments with Sensodyne. Live, look, feel well at Chemist Warehouse.
Treat yourself at the cafe and we could treat you to free barista-made coffee for each
There.
Just buy any coffee.
I'm watching every show on here.
25 winners every day.
I'm watching. There's one more game on after this. There.
I don't give a fuck if there's 20 games on after this.
There's one more after on this. I need to watch it. I need to watch it. Huh?
You shouldn't even be watching this one, mate.
23,984 to go.
Be captivated by our brightest self-lit OLED. Light up your world. LG OLED Evo.
Aussies need to keep going their own way. They can't afford not to. They're saving lives on our beaches, inspiring the next generation, and nurturing and protecting the ones we love the most. That's why at Isuzu Ute, we offer a 6-year warranty, up to 7 years roadside assist, and up to 7 years outright servicing.
Pre-order the new Samsung Galaxy Z series from Telstra and get more than you think for less than you expect. Enjoy up to $849 of bonus value, including a storage upgrade and a new Samsung Galaxy Watch 5.
Let hard work define you. But reward yourself when the job is done. Choose VB Ferment, a male grooming range made with beer. Why? I heard it. Quarter pounder with bacon and a Macca's glass.
Fucking really?
With any medium or large
You
quarter
read as far as the
pounder
grass.
At Harvey Norman, get 16 months interest-free. No deposit, no interest, with 60 approximately equal monthly payments from Latitude, and receive a bonus gift card up to $1,000. That's a bonus $100 gift card for every $1,000 you spend on interest-free. Shop our huge range of furniture, bedding, the latest in technology, entertainment, home appliances, and so much more. Get 60 months interest-free. No deposit, no interest, with 60 approximately equal monthly payments from Latitude, and receive a bonus gift card valued at up to $1,000. Now at Harvey Norman.
Value means more with a $6 small McChicken meal and a cheeseburger. This week only on the My Macca's app.
How to win a famous $10,000.
Get your paws out of there.
The bear's gone from Bunty and Cola and alcoholic ginger beer packs. Pick one up, scan it, and if you find him, you'll win 10 grand.
The song said America's the beautiful. I think they oversold it.
Girls, give America a chance. What do you say?
No matter what country you're in, we have a great friend.
We are the Castelli family.
Watch where you're going, Fatso.
Fatso means gordita. Here.
Thanks.
New series, Gordita Chronicles, Sundays 6:30 on Fox 8, or watch on demand.
I consider the matter urgent. That of your succession. I will not be made issues between my brother and my daughter. Will come out.
House of the Dragon begins Monday at 11 on Fox Showcase, or watch in 4K Ultra HD only on Foxtel.
Well, this is proving to be an intriguing afternoon here. Raiders hot favourites to get going on their charge towards a possible finals berth. They run into a Newcastle side, trying to twice at home. Has averaged only 14 points a game. And in the previous 40 minutes here, as they come out for the second half, not put on 5 tries, only converted to 1, but lead by 14. There is great pressure right now on the Canberra Raiders. And needless to say, they have to come out by, have to post points and put pressure on the Knights.
Well, going into the Sheds at the break up, they gave up the try with 40 seconds left. The scrum was packed on the other side of halfway, yet Newcastle was still able to score the try. Ricky Stewart will have to have worked some magic in the Sheds at half-time to get his boys up and ready for the second half, trailing by 14.
You can see their live ladder, if they were to lose, they would trail the 8th place Broncos by 4 competition points. Their points differential taking a hit as well. And this is an amazing afternoon and an amazing round for points. We'll show you shortly the number of points that have now been scored. It's a record, let me tell you. There it is. most points ever in a round where there have been 8 games or fewer. Previous mark was 4:38. We're 4:46 with another 40 minutes to go. Where will it end? Where's it going to land? In 40 minutes time.
Now, if Canberra want to win, Posse, there's 16, 15 points there, so still not counting the Knights out, the Raiders out. Semi-finals, well, just to keep them in the ball game of the semi-finals, they need to win this one. So the talk before kick-off was about how many they needed to score to improve their differential. Can they keep the Knights scores and score enough to win the game?
So, second half underway. Surely the Knights won't go into their shells here. And Rapida takes the first carry of the second half. The Raiders with the second least tally of points in the NRL for second half points scored this year. But, defying that, they have had some second half comebacks to win. With that last time inside play, the Raiders got up right at the death. So, starting here for Horsburgh. And up to halfway he goes for the Raiders. Both teams appearing to get through the first half in 3-3. Damage to Newcastle before kickoff. Tyson Frizzell was ruled out in warm-up. To see Oren Chile on debut coming off the bench. High ball, fielded by Chocolate Chile. The second kick in. It's a little one. Clune calls for it, and with it. And the Knights have their first possession of the second half. Hudson Young, he's sort of dropped the knees a little there. And damage done. Young with the ball for the Knights.
I think Jack White would have liked that kick to go a fair bit deeper. His kicks in the first half, not that he had many attacking kicks, certainly early, but very good landing in that channel between the try line and the 10. That one just popped straight up the edge. I think the Knights had a good start in their set in terms of field position.
There's been a lot of try multiples too this round with all those points scored across the... I don't think anyone had Nat Butcher for leading try scorer around though. He's 4 for the Roosters last night. Lee might have something to say about that this second half. All young. High ball here. 25 minutes out, Fakeley with it for the Raiders. A little disappointing Knights still challenge. Let's go down to the sideline, Jake Duke.
Ricky Stewart not happy in half time, guys. He reminded his side, you have 40 minutes to save your season. Run with intent, better kick chase and play down there. And the Raiders only got down the Knights end twice in the first half and they scored 2 tries. For Adam O'Brien, he didn't want his side to change one thing, keep up the intensity and keep up the ball control.
Yeah, no field position, no possession really for Canberra in that first half. Only 4 tackles inside the Knights 20.
Let's get back, otherwise we...
Last tackle, Bogey outside the 20. They're slow getting to possession.
Yes!
The Knights are clocked off. Chris is the only one going for the ball. I was looking at Knights statues there. No one was looking like they were going to take ownership there.
And that's exactly what Canberra needed. They had to be the next to score. 14 points at the break. They couldn't allow Newcastle to get off to a good start. And then Seth Chris comes a long way infield. That is a great take from Seth Chris.
You've got to explain whose job was it there? Because Texoy made no run towards the ball at all. In the end, no one even competes. I mean, they've presented Chris with a leap for the ball there.
And he did a great job to pull it in. He had to get his hands up above his head to catch the ball. It was a terrific take, but you're right. Uncontested from any Newcastle player. Just stood around in a circle. I don't know if Texoy gets there. What were Danny Gagai and Anthony Milford and Jaden Bailey doing? They were 3 of them just stood their ground. Didn't make any sort of effort to put Seth Chris off, who did come from a long way on the outside. They didn't see him coming.
Yeah, but even if he doesn't go after the ball, who's actually going to catch it for Newcastle? No one was trying to catch it. Amazing. And Fakeley has his first successful conversion. Game on. This is going to be an interesting second half, 22-14, Jake.
Yeah, certainly is. Game on. Posse, Sebastian Cruz with a double in this game. And it comes off the kick from Jamal Foley, who has been a real solid player for the Raiders since he made his comeback. He's only played 11 games, and that's his 7th try assist for the season. He actually leads the Raiders with try assists, considering the fact that he missed the majority at the start of the season with a knee injury. So he's come back with a vengeance. It's got the Raiders going in this second half. 36 minutes left. Can they save their season?
22-14 now, and rough it up. Just a few minutes to go on the start to the second half. Now for Brian. I don't know, Brian would be fiercely disappointed with the way that try unfolded. Starling now, Corey Horsburgh. They held up on the 40-metre line.
But Sir Chris wasn't there, the ball hits the ground. Never hit those ground bounces.
So Chris a double, Lee a double, Young a double. Again, the try scoring states here in a match where there's now been 8 scored. Elliott off the spin there. This is a big set following points. It really has been an easy march upfield. An attacking kick from 30 metres out from Fogarty. They have to contest this one. Hoy does contest this one. Tex, where were you 3 minutes ago? You've had a great afternoon. Now Lee with the ball for the Knights. Clune. Young was coming off the wing. We're thinking if the Knights were to win, the Rabbitohs and Roosters are probably safe, but only the Broncos could be in danger unless there's some very lopsided scorelines in the last fortnight of the competition. Now Clever's with it for the Knights. Staying and Horsburgh there. Robert Brady. He wasn't looking, they passed him. Oh, Clever, they've got to kick it. He's knocked off his feet by Horsburgh. This is, hang on a second, Horsburgh, that looks like he's stopped over the top of Clune. Well, it was advantage the Raiders. Corey Horsburgh might have undone all this. What, did you just catch a glimpse of, Brandon? The Knights players reacted to it.
Yeah, I wasn't watching. I took my eye off. He's just dropped that. And then...
So that's all it was. It's certainly that stop. But it's in the face. And, well, I don't think it's a penalty.
I don't either.
It's different in the golf ball.
But when he hit the ground, he didn't land on it. So there was nothing happened there.
Check the tackle on board because you have to kick the ball. It's been reviewed. It's on the clock.
See, I thought he did make a genuine attempt.
Hang on a second. He's in the motion of kicking the ball.
You can't penalise.
He hasn't been penalised for what followed.
Yeah, well, and he couldn't be penalised for that because there was no illegality.
That's a dreadful call against the Red. I know it's a firebrand and all of that, but he was doing his job. He was doing his job.
Like he had not kicked the ball. No. There's no late play on it.
Anyway, Newcastle get a break there. We feel sorry for Corey now. Clever. That's all the time is put down.
Oh, yes. Yes.
Hudson Young with the ball. Well, that's a little bit of justice. Juju there for the Raiders. Here they come. Wyman with the ball. The Knights need to get it together here. This has been a terrible start to the second half. Now the ball with Gula. He's 3 minutes away from the line. Starling, left side, juggle, Fogarty, Savage, almost through. Just caught by Croker. Now Chris, up for Young, Elliott, back where they played the ball, caged in, gets out of the cage, finds Horsburgh, passes to himself. Interesting, gets the booze to the ground, Corey Horsburgh, 7 metres away from the line. Starling with Whiten, Stanton, Croker makes another big tackle for Newcastle. Really good goal line stuff. Hudson Young with a kick.
Yes. And the Canberra Raiders have 30 minutes to save their season.
It's score with with some acrobatics thrown in as well.
Yeah, great finish from Hudson Young, but the damage was done with the tackle up the other end of the field on halfway. Hudson Young on the last play, the grubber kick. Seb Chris looking to get through. Hudson Young does it himself. That is special stuff from the back rower. Scored the try to win the game for the Raiders against the Knights. He gets it down and just get it down.
That's a wonderful piece of play.
Yeah. And he did at the interview after he scored the match-winning try down in Canberra against the Knights, and he said, well, I do practice the grubber kicks. I do work on them. Quite obviously he does, but the tackle from Seth Chris on halfway to turn possession the Raiders' way, that's the big play. What happened at the Knights? What happened in the Newcastle sheds?
I thought bad oranges.
You know, they walked out, I thought, well, they should be up. They looked a little flat when they entered the field.
What a magic moment for Hudson Young.
And that's how they've started. Newcastle, errors. Got a call go their way on the Clune kick. But still came up with a turnover, and that was off the tackle from Seth Chris.
One drop ball all afternoon. They dropped a couple in the last few minutes. They failed to get beat on the ball. This ball there, Fogarty now back in kicking form, and it's 2 points the difference. Here comes the Green Machine, Jake.
Who can forget round 15, guys? Knights fans won't forget it. Hudson Young, the 79th minute, puts a grubber through for himself. The Raiders win 20 points to 18. He does it again with a clever kick for himself to set up his 9th try of the season. He's been in unbelievable form for the Raiders this year. One of the best back rowers in the comp so far. He gets the Knights to within 2, and the Raiders to within 2.
Talking about snakes and ladders here, Jack. I mean, the Knights have hit a stake, that big long one. They've gone tumbling down to Lee Bailey 2 now. The jubilant scenes of Brayley scoring before half-time. That was the memory stuff. Whitehead on the run, back to the 20. Now Starling. Elliott,
All that good work from the first half has been erased. 2-point ball game.
I think that we converted tries as well. Canberra chasing them down with 12 points. And the points keep on racking up in this round 23. Allsbray. That to the ground of Corey Allsbray. And he runs even harder now. We stand with Corey. Kick goes high. Oh, he's underneath it. It's back to the ball, too. They have to get through this set, don't they? They have to find a way through this set. Saifidi gets ready to come back on here. Young with the ball for the Knights. Driven back. Canberra sensing a nervous Knights now. They are hitting hard. Sprint off the line. That's the 3rd tackle. They're only just outside their 20. Saifidi going into the play. On the 4th. Now 15 short of halfway. They're kick before the last. Milford. Probably a pretty good tactic. Doesn't find the grass though. Rather than a winner for Canberra. And Crossland was waiting there with a tackle on him. To that final heel that Gordon Savage now. Could have been ringing. Looking to be a very nervous young man, Oren Keeley on the bench. Yet to play his first minutes in the NRL. Second start now for Canberra. That one all day, they've got one now.
This is pressure for Newcastle.
Starling.
What? Yeah. 11-14.
He'll be penalised for the tackle.
Baby.
What?
Come on.
I'm not a baby.
You are. If Daddy for you, let him drink.
Baby, you might need
Pulled
it.
out. He got him just past the horizontal, then let go.
Penalty sufficient. 22-20. 28 to go. It's within kicking range. If they want to square it up and give it the roll they're on, you'd like to think they go for more. I think most Canberra fans would.
Where are we on the field? Just outside the 30.
You man fucking drink it.
So certainly into the play here.
So rinse it out.
That is the real drive from Gagai Blaze on report.
Yes, you are.
Release. Yeah. Decision to go for goal, just to
I think it's the
get out the 22 all.
I think it's the right decision. I think grab the chance to level things up.
Now just checking where the kicks have come from.
Bella.
There we go. Just give a little lesson on where he stands when a player's taking a kick. I think it's a mental kick too. I mean, just for the Knights players only look up and see the score level. What happened? What happened? Heaps of time left in this one. Fogarty has landed his last two. With this shot here, the 22-8 at the break. The margin wiped completely off in the space of 13 and a half minutes.
Yeah, amazing. They've turned things around to the point where Newcastle were perfect in that first half. 20 from 20. They dominated where the game was played. In the second half, it is the Raiders who are perfect. 8 from 8. Newcastle with a couple of errors, but very little ball and no good position yet.
And on that second half stat, they've averaged, let's start now for that, for Newcastle, fair dinkum, Adam O'Brien, someone grab him some Benadryl, something to help him out here, because Newcastle are trying to make every mistake known to mankind in one half of football. They've ticked off a few boxes in 14 minutes.
And there's a couple of things that go through your head after the
Oh, there we go. Hello, Adam, welcome back. How are you?
The kickoff had to stay in the field of play. The kickoff.
The field's so wide, 68 metres is still up.
You've just given up 14 points in a matter of in less time, and you put the kickoff out the full.
To follow some of the teams low down in the ladder. Knights fans might have a speed dial, or number on speed dial at the Tigers fans call it. Now the ball goes across the wide. Away from Chris. Clipped there by Gagai. They could be leading in a moment. They're just outside the 10. Halfway through the set. Young, Tuppy, Horsbrough, Fogarty, they're all flat-footed. Gould with the ball. Shrugs away from a couple. That sort of mood right now where Fogarty, White will take control, even repeats here. Here's Fogarty. Widen. Gagai came up. Offline to Joffrich. On the spin. 3 metres out from the line. It is the last tackle. Starling there. Fogarty kick. It's been knocked down. And then it's knocked on by Jones.
Oh, Jones came to see
The pressure
No,
is
no.
relieved there.
No,
Brady
okay.
Jones just fumbling that kick from the halfback. Fogarty just couldn't squeeze it through the space. Jones knocks it back and then drags it forward.
Oh boy, we've gone silent the fans. The Knights fans now.
I think the Knights fans, I think they know what's coming. Now, the Knights showed some resilience on their own line in the first half. They didn't do it here.
Straight away the move for the left. White's with it. Gets it down to Savage. Knights able to make the tackle, but they've got to do 5 more. 22 all, 23 and a half to go. Whiten, Young will take a settler back towards the posts. A little bit of space now to attack.
And
Both sides good start.
the last will be 22.8, and then the Canberra Raiders will come back. Do you think I'll win that?
Maloney makes the tackle. Good battle between the young centres. Fogarty again. Little show. Then across. Starling straightens up. Still 10 away. Good defence, Newcastle. Fogarty. Oh, Young. Struggles it. Gathers it in. Thrown down by Kroger and Saifidi. Last tackle. Credit to the Knights thus far. It's with Fogarty. Double up kick. White covers up. Well done, the Knights. That is a recovery mission there.
Yeah, that's their best set of defence because that's the most pressure they've had. They were looking at giving up the lead there. Little touch by Phoenix Crossland on that kick to slow the ball up enough to grab the bouncing ball. Now they're getting themselves out of trouble, but they're making hard work of it. Canberra half fired up.
So on this run, and offloading Clue Jones. They're dead outside the 30, the Knights. Now Clue Sophie, but it's been a tough second half so far. They've only the 3 tackles inside the half since the break. Now the Savage got the winner back. They do the reboot.
Well, they do, but they don't have to do that. They just have to get through their sets in. They aren't losing. It's all square at the moment. They might feel like they're on the wrong side because the momentum's going as Forsberg gets that rousing release from the fans.
Orchestrating the fans there. Corey Horsburgh. Raiders inside the Knights half. Nobody Rafa. Whitehead ran through there. Alex lost it. He's lost the ball.
He was desperate to get that ball away there, Jordan Rafa. Even though there was 3 Newcastle Knights on him, still trying to fight the offload.
A lot of footy left in this one, isn't there?
Oh, well, it feels like Newcastle are behind you. You just got to keep looking, as they do. They have to look at the scoreboard and see it is all square. Everything's gone Canberra's way. They've been perfect to start the second half. That's their first error. They've had all the ball, all the field position. Newcastle just have to believe if they can get themselves up the other end, they can grab a try.
This is getting close to the strong block alarm going off. The Knights will nice move there. Gagai has gone through. Now Young down the touchline. Dominic Young, that's up the Raiders. No other Knights player in sight. Young is back with the ball. Nice warning shot. Fired by the Knights there.
Yeah, brilliant stuff from Dave Gagai. The footwork to get around the outside of a couple of defenders there and get Dominic Young, who was exceptionally fast down that touchline. I guess at some stage you had to think, well, I've gone as far as I'm going to go. I need to step back in field now.
It's from a Knights perspective, they have no one else in frame though. He's got one there across the chops. And he's not too happy about it. So you can see all the teeth are there. Breaker there. Referee just wants play to get underway. Unless the bloke can have a look at the replay in time. Oh, it's a head clash. Yeah, it's excellent. Let's go through the tub. Oh, really? Oh. It's the head clash. No, there wasn't.
No, there wasn't.
What was? That's a very confusing one. There was no complaint from Tarky about that. It was just checking his teeth after that collision. Normally a player would go straight for the net if there was even a hit on that pressure. All right, Campbell with the ball, some funny. Oh, hang on. Now we've got time off. I have no idea what that is. Oh, that might be one of the GPSs or something that's fallen out of a player's jersey.
Could be.
Unusual that Tex Hall has to run it off the field. Has to sprint back to position. That's very bush footy-like what just happened there. This is the NRL, but all that has to do is take it away. I said he can just throw it off the field. He's running the bucket behind the dead ball line. That's not litter. Raiders with the ball, 15 metres away from the Knights line. Tapani running through was Young. And outside defender Milford was knocked down. It gets very scrappy. Well, the Raiders had great momentum. Starling saying challenge, is he?
I'm pretty sure Tom Starling put his head out. I don't know if he made contact with the ball, though. Yeah, and he did knock it on the ground when he fell on it. I think the referee thought he might have got a touch to him when he just stuck his hand out. The pass went out in front of
We're
him.
going to see if there's a knock on by Canberra.
I didn't think he touched it.
Tom Starling makes contact with the ball. We're just checking all angles to determine the direction of the ball.
Oh, I don't think he did. No, I don't think it was an optical illusion from the other angle.
You read the early crow, the buck.
He did. I didn't think he touched it, and this angle will show that he did not touch it.
You see on this angle that Tom Starling does not touch the ball.
Yeah,
At this point.
and he doesn't knock it on here. He just falls on the ball. Ooh, picks it up. No, he just pulls it back into his body.
There he
That's
gains
fine.
possession and is tackled.
That is fine.
Will be tackle 3.
Some Knights fans probably wanted the reach and go back further and see what happened to
Tackle
Milford
3
being
with
knocked
Tom
over.
Starling.
But there you go. They get to keep the ball. Successful challenge. And 22 all. Final quarter of the game now. Whiten across. Straight run at Chris. What battle the two centres, the young fellas on our Canberra side of the ground, and Gagai and Chris on the far side now. One-on-one stuff. Survey there on Young. He wasn't happy about all of that. Starling, Adewinado with the ball. Last tackle on top, and he's got a kick. A grubby kick. Which ends up close enough to the fence.
Well, he just put his hand out and said, what's going on there? How did I end up the ball on the last play? Why did it come to me? How did Corey Harawira, why was he featuring on the last play?
And suddenly the last 5 minutes has been top shelf in this match. At 22 all,
Canberra had a real opportunity there to roll the ball in and get another set. We've seen how critical the Knights could be on repeat sets defensively. And it didn't go to one of the halves.
still having to work out from inside their own half. So somebody on that run, fans at the moment, they're looking at their phone. I mean, they've tuned out the last 5. Right to halfway. Once old, they're watching Foxtel now.
This is only the 4th tackle inside Australia's territory for Newcastle. They've had no ball down.
Ball into play here, still a threat to the Canberra defence. Rayleigh, Milford, to Central, line, out for Clune, Jones there. And Whitehead wraps up the ball, below work by Fogarty. Last tackle, Knights. Milford's going to kick for one of his targets. Here comes Edric. Rapinoe's there for Canberra. Babaloni was close to it, but Rapinoe ends up with the ball for Canberra. Now they have to work hard, coming off their own line, and Newcastle will try and really force mistakes.
Exactly savage speed. There's in 12, 13 metres.
This is going to define some of the blowouts we've seen this round. We have a 22-all scoreline with 16 to go here on Fox League Sunday Ticket. Sunday night with Matty Jones to follow. Corey Oates. Special guests.
And the way both teams are defending, do you reckon that Mark and are going to go on points?
Outfield, it's a towering one. This one for White. No one was going to touch it. Boy, he goes back to his own line. 70-metre kick from Whiten. And then High is driven back by the Canberra defence.
It's been a minute.
Coming out though, you can't bring the ball off your own end. And Jeff White's just put 170 metres downfield.
Now it's the Raiders trying to force a mistake from the Knights. They have made 3 since the break. Rayleigh, Sway on this run. That's the 4th.
What's that, Bella?
Rayleigh. Sasaki will take this run. They still have a young Keely fresh off the bench. Canberra still have Sam Wilford fresh. Out the Gagai, was that forward Young. Kick downfield. Savage on the bounce.
with it for the Raiders, and I like Kelly. Ball way out. Look how far in his shot. Here comes Kelly, this young fella. Is about to play. He's the fella who had the fractured neck as a young fella, Kelly. Here he is about to play first grade. Difficult on that run. Now, Orange Keely was 18 for the replacement player. Tyson Frizzell injured in warm-up. Now Keely comes into the game.
FF Steve?
Yeah.
What's FF Steve stand for? Fat fuck?
No.
This kick from Fogarty. They're getting through. Chris is close. Young with a good catch. Still 20. 2-all in 14 to go. So now they go.
Not an easy man to tackle like that. On the starting underneath. So, Keely into the game.
Soil. Into the first run. Saifidi on the carry there. Last tackle. Riley for Milford, the kicker inside the 40. Good range on it. But Savage on the full. Had the freedom, only the one tackle bust today. By the way, boys run looking to be ready for the Knights. It's the battle of the two fullbacks.
Keely makes his first tackle in the NRL. Jack White. Played New South Wales under-19s this year, Oren Keely.
He's on the carry there. Starting off to play the ball. Of course he runs the level as well.
I'm big bone.
Starley over the top of Sasaki there. Right in, last tackle. Doesn't kick. Hudson Young is the rubber kick king. He doesn't offload, and the Raiders will hand the ball over.
A couple of times now down this end, they've failed to kick, or they've opted not to kick the ball on the last play.
But the scoring was free-flowing after the break. Within 14 minutes, the Raiders have leveled the scores, put 14 on the board. Now we get through the 68th minute, no more points added. So a complete break. Lee with the ball. He's gone clean for the Knights. Was that forward? Lee's got it. Keeps it alive for Jones. All right, he can barely walk with a cramp. Lee again. Turn it back onto the field. Knights get to tackle number 5. Yet to score a point in their second half. Milford's kick, long again. This time gets it away from Savage. The kick was from outside the 40, but still not was a good one for the Knights.
Gives them a little time. They're going to take it midfield. The Newcastle side now trying to force the error on the Raiders.
Their completion rate is still at 90%. The Knights, they went through a little spate after half-time at errors, but they've steadied. Their line break count is 7-2 in the match. Most of those first half for the Newcastle Knights. Second half, just the one line break for Newcastle. So Raiders in possession, wrong end as far as they're concerned. Leading on this carry. Offloads have been put away, it seems, from the Raiders. Starling. White on the play 4. Has put it into the full. Lovely catch by the photographer on the sideline. On his knees, he's got it on the full.
It was a big tackle kick as well. Play 3, Jack White decided to get out of there and has just pushed it across the sideline. Very little possession up this end of the field for Newcastle. Great place to start their set.
22 early. The scoring has stopped, Brady. Now you come up. When does the field goal come into play?
At 1 minute, would you want to pull the trigger? Clemens with the ball. There's been no points since the 54th minute. 15 to 1 from the line. Brayley for Newcastle. Milford now. Across field with Hoy. Straight runner is Youngkin. Tackle 10 away. Quick play the ball. Brayley. Milford. Milford right up to the line. Then cornered. Now the ball there with the ball. He's sustainable play. Timoko shakes the head as he gets up. There's a big dummy half. Inside with the ball for Newcastle. Last tackle play right now. They've got Young on the right side. They've got Lee on the left to target with a high ball. They come left. Clune up to the line and is tackled. And will hand it over there.
Yeah, he thought about the kick out of Clune, but taken too many steps, too close to the line. They jammed in there, offered him no space to squeeze that ball through. So rightly so, he took the tackle.
Now wrap it up for Canberra. Under 9 minutes to go at 22 all. Are we going to get a winner? I think so. It's a minute here. And a winner on that run. Starling finally gets a break in the match. But Woodward jumps into the game. And Whiten, unbelievable.
Yeah, they've had to do it from their own end. And Josh Papali'i just comes cascading through the middle of the field, opening up the Knights' defence. A couple of plays, they got themselves out to the 30, and it was the front rowers combining. Bit of footwork from Papa, and for a big man, he's got great footwork. On the support play, Tarpany, bit of footwork from him, gets himself into a position to throw an overhead pass, and Jack White and the bouncing ball scores a try. They've gone 75 metres to score it. Couple of misplays, missed tackles there from the Newcastle Knights. Tarpany, who put into a bit of space, then just weaves his way towards that sideline, still has to manufacture a pass. And Whiten's there to swoop on it.
That is something. Your two front rowers with all that energy in the 72nd minute. It's a 60-metre try. We get two props putting in the effort. Tarpany to Papali'i. Papali'i back to Tarpany. I mean, Joseph Tarpany could drop off there if he wanted. But he follows downfield like a good fullback.
Yeah, great play, wasn't it, from both of them? And then Tarpany, he was running out of space to pass the ball and had to just pull one from nowhere. The overhead loop basketball pass which bounced into the hands of White.
First time. The race is hit the lead. It is so late to go, and Fogarty suddenly has found his kicking boots in the second half. It's been topless. The margin is 6. What a sight this is. Joe Jukes on the line about 15 minutes ago with the score. Stuart went straight to his big man, Josh Papali'i and Joe Tarpany. He put them both back on at around similar times, and they have been unbelievable in this game. 126 metres for Papali'i, 127 metres from Joe Tarpany. They set up the try for Jack White. That keeps the ball before he gets a bit of redemption against the Raiders up by 6.
I'll say they're two off the bench, two balls for up. Both have done a good job. Now on the field when the Raiders scored those 14 points to wait for the second half. So the front row rotation certainly played a part.
20-0 second half to Canberra. Suddenly they are again nipping at the heels of the top 8. Minus 25 points differential. With matches against Manly and the Tigers to come. They just have to get through the next 6 minutes. Walford. There's that man that Brandy just now correct to. That critical run has been powerfully delivered. That is the Raiders' run home. One final home match against the Sea Eagles, who are virtually on the rack at the moment. Then Tigers in the right last round. Back for Fogarty. A bomb from 40 metres away. Lee has to have a catch there, and he does. Knights are back with the ball, and they're still at home.
The man who pushes head all after the moment, don't think he's going to be that comfortable. She can
Scott Goulet, he was running for over 100 metres as well.
Yeah, he's been very good. And Horsburgh was great while he was out there as well.
No.
Newcastle need to take some risks.
Newcastle need to have at least get one try and a conversion to try at least send it to golden points.
Acid Dragon beginning tomorrow at 11 o'clock on Fox Showcase, or watching Full Day Hawk Run HD on Foxtel. Loose ball, Knights have cocked it up, and away goes down. Cut down by Ganite from behind.
Ben, do you have any more carrots?
Good the ball
What?
there.
Do you have any more carrots?
Now Whitehead to the goal.
You like the carrots?
Lucky makes the tackle. Stuffed by the young man on his first game, Rapana. They're
When you're
put
watching
down
dreams.
posts. The Raiders contemplate going 7 in front. Whiten now, off for Gula. That's the third. Knights haven't scored a second half point. Raiders targeting with cover, the front rowers. What leaders they are for Canberra. 4 tackles up now. Wolfen will take another run close to the post. Gula held up. Fogarty is right in front of the posts. If he wants it. Wolfen back to Fogarty. No 7-point lead here. Fogarty puts a kick in. Knocked out by Young. Play on the call. The Knights are still alive.
Good pressure there from Newcastle tonight. But
You
he
want to
shot
sit
it
here like
very
you
well.
sit there.
I thought they might go for the try anyway.
Oi, 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 what's going on? Hurry up, I don't want to watch it again.
That's what we got you and it's when it randomly does it.
Oh, Turco and hit up from everywhere. It's happening. Rapana. Hurt Milford. That's taken the wind out of him. Now Brayley, 4 tackles. They're only just outside their 10. The Knights cannot find another gear at the moment. Brayley, Hoy, kicks for distance. Now they have to hope the Raiders come up with a mistake. Shotridge launches himself back at the Knights defence. And then driven at the finish. 3 minutes to go. Golden point would be about as good as the Knights can hope for right now. Savage got hurt in that tackle. O'Brien can't sit down. They have to come up with a ball here. Savage stays down. Is he saying whatever we've got, a kick for the corners, anything? Oh boy, he's in a bit of distress there, Xavier Savage. Get up under the chin.
Huh?
It was nothing.
Yeah, but he grabbed him around the neck.
No, he didn't.
The rule book is hit on neck. Contact to define a high tackle. Crossland's edge, okay.
See, I got lucky because
He's just trying to suck it out so they fucking can't lose.
Huh?
He's just trying to suck out the
Wouldn't
time.
think field goals option. You don't want to risk 7 tackles there if you're going to miss now. Fogarty on for Wyden. 1 move is Savage. Here's Chris.
Don't like to try to come with it.
Milford still back.
And if the Knights score and they convert, then it's much likely to 1 points.
Just caught
Yeah, they'll have to go for a field goal.
Savage, Wolford, and Hudson Young. It's the last tackle. Fogarty, rubber kick, great range, lay with it.
He's going for a drop off.
Huh?
They should have gone for a drop off.
But again, it's only just down for the...
No, they called it down. They know his decision.
Yeah,
Penalty or this is exactly. Yeah, no, you know the news.
Or is it shoulder charge?
You're a challenger?
What's up, Reggie?
we actually had a tackle.
That's fine. Jerry's kept his challenge. Canberra showing a decision today, shoulder charge.
Okay, well, we get a chance to review it. Well, it was a big collision. I'm not sure exactly what it was.
Okay. They try to go for a field goal
Yeah,
before,
just
but
looking at all available angles to determine the contact from Josh Papali'i.
Certainly no problem from Joe Tartan. He steps back in towards.
oh, is that contact? Is that contact?
Josh Papali'i is not wrapping his arms in a tackle. The challenge is unsuccessful.
Man, that's ill discipline. 2 minutes to go. 3 in the tackle already, and you go in that motion.
Got him down this end of the field.
Instead of wasting, give them something else.
He's going nowhere. He's stepping straight into Joe Tartan.
Well, I don't know how he's going to defend himself. The MRC will have to come up with some sort of charge. The bunker
And,
just confirmed it.
one out of the Newcastle United go to either the right wingers or the left wingers. But they are the fastest players on their team.
John's coming up shortly. Inside
Oh, yeah.
the final 2.
Oh, hey, Nana.
You had a mouthful of food and you still managed to talk.
Yeah. Oh.
You ate it all.
Milford there to get by, but they are still inside their own half. Milford heading for Gosling. Now for Hoy. He's probably the most likely.
Right now.
Oh.
Oh, look at the peas on the floor.
They score and that it doesn't listen to
Oh, excuse me.
Cleared, flat ball, it ends up in the hands of Lee.
Pick up your peas. You peed on the floor.
1 minute to go. 6 points the difference. Cleared with it. Milford now. Across field. Hoy kept it going. Keeley with it. It's got to be a ball, I reckon, to Edric Lee, hasn't it? In Edric they trust. Brady, Crossland, Milford, does it.
Oh.
Then Cleared. Edric
Oh! That is a classic finish.
Yeah, Bella.
doesn't know.
If they could, if it's confirmed and they convert, is it going to?
We will check this.
There's no way they get this done.
Just review. Robin has been a match saver a number of times. Edric Lee
Doesn't it look like you got
look
it?
like someone who has scored.
I thought he put a foot down on the outside. He got
2
high,
aspects to play to this point.
and
Oh, that's out.
he's going to be.
Nothing to contact with the corner post.
Oh.
Grounds the ball against the corner post.
Rafa has
Huh?
done just
Actually give it up to him.
Why are you going to go for it?
just
The shot at Sue in the background. He's looking for a car sponsorship, obviously. No try is the call.
I feel like he should just use both arms.
contact there on Edric Lee.
He had a score.
Well, they went
Oh,
left
what a
and
try
they
saver.
came back to left and they threw it around and
Oh, the Raiders
did everything but
doesn't go on point the second time.
Lee Kepler just put that in the land for that try. No try. And here it is. Canberra still in the race. They are 2 points out of the Brisbane and beaten Newcastle. And sadly for the Knights, their season record at home has produced just 2 wins. From 14 down and 20-0 second half.